How's everyone doing? Simple Express here. My name's Tom. Let's get it. So, today is Monday, October 18th. I ran into yesterday another YouTuber, pretty cool guy. His YouTube channel is called Chasing Mr. Hamilton. Funny guy, great guy. So if you haven't yet, go check him out, subscribe to him. Like I said, his name's Chasing Mr. Hamilton. I want to give him a shout out. Thank you, sir, for taking time to talk to me. Hope you have a great day. Good luck on your adventure. I already tried making this video twice already, so this is round 3. As of right now, I want to tell you what my goal is, and then I'm gonna go into a little bit of detail how this past week has been for me. So you guys also know that I put out real information, not just all the glory and good information or good things that happen out here. I'm going to also put out things that is possible of happening out here. Now, no, I do not own my truck, or the truck that I am in. I am working for a guy to get my experience up. Actually, more like build up my confidence again to drive a truck, because it's been a while. I drove box truck. I drove semis before. Cattle trucks, doubles and triples. The only thing I haven't drove is tanker, but right now I'm driving for this gentleman. The cool thing about it is, no, I don't get to pick my own loads, but I do get to pick this. It's up to me on my success. And what I mean by that is, basically I'm in contact with him and the dispatch, right? Now, if I want to go, let's say for example, to Pennsylvania, make a delivery in Pennsylvania, and before I even get there, I call the dispatch and says, hey, I just want a load going straight back to Denver. No problem. I can go home every weekend if I want. I'm cool with that. I like that. But like this week, that happened. Normally, I average about 3,500 to 3,600 miles a week. This week, past week that's happened, I'm only going to be around 2,000 because of the fact that the truck had issues. It broke down. We had to put it in a shop for 3 days, 2.5, 3 days. So, it cost me time, and I lost money because I couldn't work. I had to wait on the truck to get fixed to come back here and make money. Otherwise, this load that I'm going to deliver today and tomorrow, because it's 2 stops, 1 pick, 2 stops. One's in Georgia delivery and one's in North Carolina drop off. The last delivery's in North Carolina. Well, it's supposed to be, the Georgia was supposed to be delivered Thursday by noon, and the North Carolina was supposed to be Friday by noon, which would have been great, right? Had that one done and on to another one to move on. I could have ride myself back home if I wanted. Well, because that didn't happen, now I'm going to stay out another week, maybe possibly another 2 weeks before I go home. Not their choice, not because they told me I had to. They told me that they could get me a load tomorrow going back to Denver. I told them no. I want to stay out and make it 3,500 miles, 3,600 miles. I want to make that up. That's my choice. That's what I like about it. So right now, just so I'm clear, so you guys know I'm being 100% honest with you, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, I appreciate this person that gave me this opportunity to drive for him and give me a chance. Not just to show him that I could do it, but to show myself that I can still do this, that I can still drive a truck. Because I wanted to buy a truck. I wanted to buy a trailer. That didn't happen yet. It's a little harder because I got to come up with a little more down, a lot more down. And then also I got to do insurance and blah, 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 right? You guys already know that. So right now I'm making 55 cents a mile. Yeah, you guys are probably going to say, oh, that's poop money, or that's not good, man. And I'm an independent contractor. So there's another wrench in your complaint. I know that you, as an independent contractor, you should be getting paid a percentage of what the truck is making. I know that. I'm doing what I got to do to get to where I'm going. And when you got a goal in mind, you have to do what you got to do to get to where you're going. This spot that I'm in isn't going to be a forever I'm staying in this spot. No, not happening. My goal is 6 months. His goal is a year. After riding with me for the first week, he told me that if I wait a year, he'd be surprised. That he looks at me and says that I could do it right now if I want. And he's right. The reason I'm not doing that is because of one thing. In 6 months, I will know how this truck operates, how it runs normally, what it does when it has issues, how it sounds going down the road normally. That way in 6 months, I can look at them and say, hey, one, I did this good job for you. You done your end of the deal so far. And I can look at them and say, hey, I know the truck. I got this. And then I can look at them and say, hey, I want to move in to purchasing the truck and the trailer. He offered me that. He also offered me to carry me on that. And before everybody starts, getting their panties in a bunch, yes, we are going to have a contract. Yes, it is going to be notarized by a notary. And we're going to have terms in there. The cool thing is we're going to have terms in there as well. From what word of mouth he said, we're going to put it in there. Everything he's came out and said, we're putting it in a contract. That way, if anything happens, I'm covered and he's covered. Anything I said about it will be put in the contract. Again, he's covered, I'm covered. Now that being said, my goal is 6 months. Not just so I can get to know the truck, get to listen to the owner about how, what kind of deals we can make on a truck and a trailer and blah, blah, blah. No, it's so I can save up money. I want to save up 10 grand minimum in 6 months. Why? Because if I put 10 grand away, when I look at them and tell them, hey, I want to take over the truck and I want to buy the truck out from you, and we're going to agree on an amount and everything like that, and what I'm paying them a week or a month or whatever we decide, right? That'll give me money in the bank to run on. Not just run for fuel, but it also have maintenance in there. That way, I'm not having to rely on me coming out of my pocket right away, or coming out from the checks that or the invoices that I'm working, getting paid on to put money in for fuel. I've seen a lot of guys that come out here, they don't have no money and they barely skim by. And I've seen guys come out here and not make it because they had no money put away. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I'm not going to joke with you. I have been that person to take that risk. I was that person with my box truck. I didn't have no money put away when I got my box truck. What happened was I luckily got a loan, an SBA loan, and then my box truck had an issue and had to be in the shop for a transmission issue. It cost me $4,000, almost $5,000. Luckily, I got that loan, and that's what I got the truck out with and paid to get the truck fixed. Otherwise, I would have been up Poop Creek. So, that being said, that's why I'm doing the 6 months, because I want to put as much money. If I do 11 or if I do 12, shoot, even if I do 9,000, I'm still going to look at them and say, hey, I'm ready to go. Even if I do 5,000, I might look at them and say, hey, I'm ready to go. It's the principle of having money in the bank to cover what I'm trying to do. Like if something happens to the truck, bam. I've only been with him 3 weeks. 3 weeks, okay? In the 3 weeks that I've been with him, the first day we had issues with the truck. That cost him, I want to say around $300-400, right? Maybe even 500, roughly. Then, on the way back, we had to stop in Indianapolis to get. He wanted to get an air leak fixed. He didn't want me to be out here with a bunch of air leaks. So he went ahead and was trying to get the air leak fixed in the firewall here. Well, the technician broke the pedal thing, foot pedal thing, where all the airlines go in at right there on the firewall, right? So he broke those, or broke that. So the owner had to pay for it. Well, that right there was like almost a $2,000 bill. Plus 5. That's $2,500. Let's say right there, right? This last issue he had, which was with a DPF, which was a crossover tube. That was the exhaust leak, I think. And then the knock sensors, or not knock sensors, it was sensors for the DPF. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. But all that plus the labor came to like $19,000, almost $2,000. So in 3 repairs, he's already at $5,000 basically. That's why I want to have a minimum of $5,000 in the bank. So if something happens, I got that to cover it. Now, with the fuel, I probably want to kind of have close to 7. And the reason I'm saying I want 7,000, sorry about that I'm so close, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys hear me. The reason I want to have 7 is so I have that 5,000 in the bank, plus I got 2,000 for fuel for at least a week or two, until I can start getting money coming in and see how the money's going to come in. Because once I take this truck over and start making payments, the money that he normally makes on the truck, he won't be making that anymore. The only thing he will be making off the truck is insurance and the truck note that I'm going to be paying him. The rest of it, I will be making 90% of the load. He will be making, or the dispatch service will make 10%. So whatever the load pays, she gets 10, I get 90%. And from what I've seen from chasing Mr. Hamilton, I have a plan that I'm thinking about doing, and go that route. Now, after mentioning that to chasing Mr. Hamilton, I don't know if I'll purchase the truck, truck and trailer deal. I'm not sure. And the only reason is because then I'll be obligated until the truck's paid off to stay with the dispatch service. which is basically the authority, because this truck's leased to that dispatch service, which is the DOT authority. Now, I know you guys are going to say, well, Tom, you already have your own authority. Why would you do that? Because it's a stepping stone. He's not requiring me, as far as we have talked about, he's not going to require me to put a down payment on the truck. I just start making the payment, or start making payments to him directly for the truck. Now, we haven't came to terms on weekly, monthly, whatever, bi-weekly. We haven't came to terms on that. Right now, like I told him, I don't want to talk about it. I want to do one day at a time. My goal right now is 90 days. Make it 90 days, everything good, hunky-dory. In another 90 days, which would be a total of 6 months, we reevaluate things. We come together, and if he likes what I've been doing, and I like what he's done, and I like the truck, then I'm going to do the truck. But if things don't work out that way, and I find that this truck has a lot more issues that I'm willing to deal with right now, then I might be willing to pay a little bit more and save up a little bit more to go buy a newer truck with, hopefully, all trucks are going to have problems. Just keep that in mind. All trucks, whether it's new or used, is going to have issues. Like I said, it doesn't matter, or it's not if it's going to happen, it's just when it's going to happen. So, that being said, I want to make sure that I have a truck that I can kind of count on. So far, this truck is a good truck. I mean, the interior of this truck, the exterior of this truck, the overall look of the engine is amazing. Underneath the truck, I climbed underneath, looked at it, beautiful. He's taking very good care of this truck. The truck has an end frame already done in it. That's transferable from owner to owner, the warranty on it. Transmission still has a warranty on it. That's transferable. So I'm thinking about it, I'm keeping all my options on the table. And if this is going to get me into that direction, that stepping stone into that right direction, then that's the way I'm going to go. That's my goal. That's my plan. Because I was thinking about operating and buying more trucks, putting more people on, buying more trucks, putting more people on. I'm not going to do that. I've decided I'm not going to do that. I should be able to make enough money with just one truck and one trailer that I don't need to have a big fleet of trucks. Now, let's say that I'm tired of driving and I want to go home and be a dispatch. At that point, maybe I will then put a driver in the truck. Once I get a good driver in the truck, then I will go from there. If not, it is what it is. We'll go from there. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate your support and watching my channel. To Chasing Mr. Hamilton, thank you, sir, for taking the time to interact with me. That's greatly appreciated. Not a lot of YouTubers. I've only met one other one. Wasn't a very good interaction, but it is what it is. All I got to say, if you're going to be on YouTube and people are going to follow you and subscribe to you and watch your videos, you should probably take the time to give them 5 minutes of your time. That being said, my name's Tom, Simple Express. I'm out. Have a good one. And let's get it.